Hey there, welcome aboard Travel Vibes. If you love cruising or you're just getting curious about setting sail for the first time, you're in the right place. Whether you're drawn to the gentle roll of the ocean, the thrill of waking up in a new country, or simply the joy of unpacking once and seeing the world, there's something magical about life at sea. But let's be honest, cruise vacations aren't always as smooth or affordable as the brochures promise. Between the fine print, surprise charges, and quiet little tricks designed to make you spend more than planned, it's easy to feel like you've been outsmarted before you've even hit the buffet. That's why today, we're pulling back the curtain. I'm going to share 15 cruise hacks that cruise lines hope you never discover. Simple, powerful tips that can save you money, boost your experience, and help you cruise like a pro from day one. So if that sounds like your kind of journey, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Because here at Travel Vibes, we help smart travelers sail smarter. Hack number 1. Save big on internet costs by using smart port day Wi-Fi tricks. Let's talk about one of the biggest frustrations for cruise travelers, onboard Wi-Fi. If you've cruised before, you know the drill. Packages can cost up to $25 per day, and even then, the connection can feel slower than a message in a bottle. Here's a smarter way to stay connected without draining your budget. Instead of buying a full cruise internet plan, consider this. Only activate Wi-Fi on sea days when you're truly stuck on board. But on port days, you've got better, cheaper options right at your feet. Many cruise ports around the world now offer free high-speed Wi-Fi, especially near tourist information centers, coffee shops, or shopping areas. In ports like Barcelona, Cozumel, or Singapore, travelers can often enjoy blazing fast internet just steps away from the ship. And here's an extra tip seasoned cruisers swear by. Download offline maps like Google Maps or Maps.me before your trip. That way you can still navigate through the city even without signal, and it won't cost you a single cent. Staying smart about your connectivity is one of the easiest ways to cut costs while still enjoying the freedom to check in with family, post your favorite sunset shots, or plan your next adventure ashore. If you love to cruise but hate wasting money on slow tech, this is one tip you'll want to keep in your back pocket. Shall we continue with hack number 2? Hack number 2. Unlock hidden perks by booking through a travel agent. Now here's something cruise lines would rather you overlook. Booking through a travel agent can actually get you more value than booking directly. While cruise websites often urge you to book now and save, what they don't mention is that many experienced travel agents have access to exclusive perks you won't find online. We're talking about free onboard credit, cabin upgrades, welcome champagne, and even prepaid gratuities without you paying a single dollar more. That's right. Their commission comes from the cruise line, not from you. If you're planning a cruise of 7 nights or longer, or sailing during wave season, that's January through March, this can be the smartest move you make. Travel agents often receive limited-time promotions before the general public does, especially if they're affiliated with large consortia like Virtuoso or cruise planners. And let's not forget, agents can also help you navigate hidden policies, price drops, or even shipboard credits after booking. For cruisers who love good deals, great service, and peace of mind, working with a travel agent isn't old-fashioned, it's a power move. Want to cruise smarter? This is where it starts. Ready for hack number 3? Hack number 3. Get your laundry done without paying a fortune. Let's be honest. Laundry on a cruise is one of those little things that sneaks up on you. One minute you're living your best life by the pool, the next you're re-wearing your day 2 outfit because your suitcase is out of clean clothes. And if you send a shirt to be laundered, that's easily $5 each. But here's what most first-time cruisers don't realize. Many cruise lines quietly offer mid-cruise laundry specials. These might include a fill-a-bag promo for a flat fee, usually around $20. Or even a free laundry bag if you're on a longer sailing or part of a loyalty program like Princess Captain's Circle or Royal Caribbean's Crown and Anchor Society. Here's a practical insider tip. Bring a small bottle of travel detergent and a foldable drying line. Most cabins come with a retractable cord in the shower, perfect for rinsing out swimsuits or light clothing overnight. It's easy, saves money, and keeps you feeling fresh. And remember, crew members are human too. If you treat your cabin steward kindly and ask politely, they may be willing to help with a quick wash of small personal items, especially on less busy sailings. Never underestimate the power of gratitude and good manners. Clean clothes, happy mood, and zero surprise charges. That's how you cruise smart. Shall we move on to hack number 4? Hack number 4. Take the spa tour on day 1, but hold off on booking. If you're someone who enjoys a bit of pampering at sea, this one's for you. Almost every cruise ship has a spa, and on embarkation day, they roll out the red carpet with free tours, welcome drinks, and even raffle entries. It might feel like a friendly introduction, but make no mistake, this is the cruise line's loftiest, smoothest sales pitch. Now, here's where the savvy traveler stands apart. Go on the tour. Smile, ask questions. Enjoy the free mini massages and the calming atmosphere. But whatever you do, don't book anything just yet. Why? Because the real deals haven't shown up yet. Most ships start releasing spa discounts around day 3 or 4, especially for treatments scheduled during port days, when most guests are off exploring. You'll often find savings of 20% or more, and the spa is quieter too. For cruise lovers who appreciate both relaxation and smart spending, timing is everything. Skip the day 1. Impulse and wait for the real perks to float your way. Ready for hack number 5? Hack number 5. Enjoy specialty dining. Without paying full price, cruise food is one of the highlights for many travelers, especially those who enjoy fine dining, discovering new flavors, and turning dinner into an experience. But when you see that specialty steakhouse charging $60 per person, it's easy to feel like that indulgence is just out of reach. Here's the good news. You can still enjoy those premium restaurants without the premium price tag. Many cruise lines quietly offer discounted lunch menus at specialty venues. The portions are generous, the setting is peaceful, and the quality is just as high as dinner service. Some ships also promote multi-night dining packages, which lower the per-meal cost dramatically if you're willing to book ahead. And here's a feel-good tip most people miss. If you're celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or honeymoon, be sure to mention it. Many maitre d's are happy to surprise you with a free dessert, complimentary drink, or even a fully comped meal depending on availability. Embarkation day is another golden opportunity. Specialty restaurants often sit half-empty while most guests flock to the buffet. Stop by, ask about walk-in specials, and you might just snag a table and a discount without a reservation. Because great meals aren't just about what you eat. They're about knowing when and how to book them smartly. Shall we keep going with hack number 6? Hack number 6. Create your own shore excursions and save big. Shore excursions are where many cruisers get caught off guard. Cruise lines love to market them as safe, convenient, and exclusive. But what they rarely mention is that these tours are often marked up 30 to 50% compared to booking the same experience directly. Now, if you love exploration, flexibility, and supporting local businesses, this hack is for you. Before your cruise, take some time to research each port on your itinerary. Look up top-rated local tour companies, check real traveler reviews on platforms like TripAdvisor or Viator, and compare prices. You'll often find smaller group tours with better guides and a more personal touch for a fraction of the cost. Concerned about getting back to the ship on time? Choose providers that offer a cruise guarantee. They'll make sure you're back before departure, or they'll cover your way to the next port. Also, many reputable tour operators are based right at the port gate, so there's no need to venture far. For cruise lovers who value authentic experiences and smarter spending, designing your own excursion is not only doable, it's empowering. Plus, it's a great way to avoid the crowds and discover the soul of a destination on your own terms. Let's move on to hack number 7, shall we? Hack number 8, cruise apps. Do more than you think, and yes, they're watching. These days, cruise lines love to promote their mobile apps and smart wristbands. They say it's all about making your trip easier, like checking schedules, booking restaurants, or chatting with your travel group. And while that's partly true, here's what most passengers don't realize. Many cruise apps and RFID-enabled keycards are also designed to track your movements on board. From the moment you step into a shop or linger outside the spa, the system notes where you are, how long you stay, and what you seem interested in. That data? It's used to tailor promotional offers, target you with ads, and influence your onboard spending without you even noticing. But here's the smart twist. You can use it to your advantage. If there's a boutique or specialty restaurant you're eyeing, try pausing near it for a bit. Many travelers have reported receiving custom discounts or limited-time offers on their app shortly after. Cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and MSC already use this type of data-driven marketing. Also, don't forget to explore your app daily. You might find surprise coupons, 2-for-1 drink specials, or spa deals targeted to your profile. If you're the kind of traveler who loves a good deal, a bit of strategy goes a long way. Remember, the app is watching, but that doesn't mean it's not working for you too. Let's jump into hack number 8 next. Ready? Hack number 8. Your cabin door isn't as private as you think. Here's something most cruise passengers never consider. Your cabin door doesn't guarantee full privacy. Even when the Do Not Disturb sign is hanging outside, crew members can still enter, especially in cases of safety checks, maintenance issues, or noise complaints. And yes, it's allowed under maritime policy, but there's more. Those tiny peepholes on your cabin door? They're not always one way. With a simple tool, someone outside could technically reverse the view and see into your room. It's rare, but it's a documented vulnerability. Now, don't worry. Cruises are still one of the safest ways to travel. But like any smart traveler, it's worth taking a few precautions to feel secure and in control. Pack a portable door lock or a small door wedge, something lightweight but effective. Cover your peephole with a sticker or even a Band-Aid. It's simple, but adds peace of mind. And always use the in-room safe for your passport, cash, or electronics. Just make sure you set your own custom PIN, not the default one. Cruising is about feeling relaxed and carefree, and part of that comfort comes from knowing your space is truly yours. Shall we cruise into hack number 9 next? Hack number 9. How to enjoy free drinks without buying the drink package. Let's face it, drink packages on cruises sound tempting at first, but with prices climbing as high as $100 per day, many travelers hesitate, and rightfully so. If you're not a heavy drinker or simply prefer a cocktail here and there, the math often doesn't add up. But here's the refreshing truth. You can still enjoy complimentary drinks without purchasing any package at all. Start by keeping an eye out for art auctions, shopping seminars, and the always elegant Captain's Welcome reception. These events often include free champagne, wine, or cocktails, served with a smile. It's not a secret, but many new cruisers skip them without realizing the perks. If you're part of a loyalty program like Celebrities Captain's Club or Norwegian's Latitudes, check your member tier. Many offer evening happy hours or vouchers that cover drinks at no extra cost. And don't forget Embarkation Day. Some bars offer tasting samples or featured cocktails as part of their welcome service. A friendly smile and a quick question, "What are you pouring today?" might just lead to your first toast at sea, free of charge. So yes, even without the package, you can still raise a glass and say cheers without raising your bill. Shall we head into hack number 10? Hack number 10. Skip the photo trap and snap your own stunning shots. Let's talk about something every cruise ship offers but few people actually need. Those glossy professional photos. You know the ones. The photographer catches you mid-bite at dinner or asks you to pose by the staircase, and then later, that single print costs $20 to $30, sometimes more if you want a digital copy. Now, if you enjoy collecting official keepsakes, that's totally valid. But if you're a traveler who values memories over markups, there's a smarter way. Cruise ships are filled with gorgeous photo spots, grand staircases, sunset decks, piano lounges, all of them free to use. Just ask a fellow passenger to snap a few shots for you. Most are happy to help, especially if you offer to return the favor. If your phone has portrait mode, you're golden. You'll get that soft background blur and crisp focus, just like the pros. And don't forget formal night. Dress to the nines, pick your favorite backdrop, and take your time capturing the moment. You can even plan a mini photo shoot with your travel companions and make it part of the fun. After all, great cruise photos aren't about how much you spend. They're about how you feel in the moment and who you share it with. Let's roll into hack number 11 next. Ready? Hack number 11. Choose the right cabin or risk losing sleep and sanity. Ask any seasoned cruiser and they'll tell you. A quiet cabin is pure gold. Because no matter how stunning the view or luxurious the amenities, if you can't sleep well, your entire cruise experience suffers. Here's what the brochures won't tell you. Not all cabins are created equal. Some are placed far right under the pool deck, where you'll hear chairs dragging at 5 a.m. Others are next to elevators, nightclubs, or crew service areas, all hotspots for late-night noise or early morning commotion. Aft cabins may offer beautiful wake views, but they often come with constant vibration and low-level engine hum. And if your room is directly beneath the buffet or gym, prepare for unexpected thumps and footsteps overhead. So how do you cruise smart? Aim for a cabin located midship, on a deck that's sandwiched between two passenger levels. These zones are typically quieter, more stable, and farther from noisy public spaces. Bonus: they're also better for those who are sensitive to motion. For travelers who value peace, rest, and waking up refreshed for a day of adventure, picking the right cabin might be the most important decision you make before you ever step aboard. Let's cruise on to hack number 12. Ready to keep going? Hack number high. Ask the crew where they eat and unlock hidden food gems. One of the most underrated cruise tips out there? Talk to the crew. Not just to say hello, which is always a good idea, but to ask a simple, powerful question. Where do you eat when you want something quick and good? You see, cruise crew members work long hours and know every corner of the ship. They're not spending time in crowded buffets or waiting in line for soggy fries. They know exactly where the freshest, fastest, and often most overlooked food options are hiding. Many ships have off-the-menu items tucked away in casual eateries, things like made-to-order stir-fry, freshly grilled paninis, or soft-serve machines hidden behind the burger station. Some also keep late-night snack counters open longer than advertised, especially near crew areas or the quieter lounges. And here's a fun fact: the freshest buffet stations? They're usually the ones where crew members line up during breaks. If you see a group of staff heading to a certain area during off-peak hours, follow their lead. It's almost always better quality, quicker service, and fewer crowds. For travelers who love discovering hidden gems and avoiding the herd, this simple ask can unlock a whole new level of cruise dining. Let's keep going with hack number 13. You're doing great. Hack number badam. Outsmart elevator. Crowds with a simple but genius trick. If you've ever stood waiting for an elevator on a cruise ship, especially right after a show or during disembarkation, you know how frustrating it can be. The doors open, it's already packed, and you're stuck there wondering if you'll make it to dinner on time. But here's a trick that frequent cruisers swear by. It's called the up-to-go-down method. Let's say you're on deck 10 and need to get to deck 4. Instead of waiting endlessly for a downward-bound elevator, tap the up button first, ride it to a higher deck, and then enjoy a smooth, uninterrupted ride all the way down. It sounds counterintuitive, but it works. You skip the crowd, avoid the long wait, and often save time overall. Plus, there's a bonus for those who prefer a little movement. The crew stairs, usually located near service areas, are often wide open and far less congested. They're not always glamorous, but they'll get you where you need to go, and they're great for sneaking in extra steps between desserts. For cruise travelers who value efficiency, patience, and a bit of creative thinking, this is one of those small hacks that makes a surprisingly big difference. Ready to sail into hack number 14? Let's keep it going. Hack number 14. Mention special occasions, even if it's just a bit belated. Cruise lines absolutely love a reason to celebrate, and they'll often go out of their way to make you feel special when you give them one. So here's a little-known truth. Mention your occasion, even if it's not happening right on cruise day. Whether it's a recent birthday, an upcoming anniversary, a well-earned retirement, or even a just-because milestone like a honeymoon or graduation trip, simply letting your travel agent or cruise line know ahead of time can unlock some delightful surprises. You might return to your cabin to find balloons and decorations, enjoy a free dessert with singing waiters, or even get bumped to a better room depending on availability. Some guests have reported receiving priority dining reservations, spa discounts, or a bottle of wine on the house, just for noting a celebration. Now, you don't need to exaggerate or invent anything, but don't hold back if you're genuinely marking a life event. Cruising is all about joy, connection, and creating moments that last longer than the voyage itself. A little honesty, a little charm, and the cruise line just might roll out a little magic just for you. Let's set sail into hack number 15, the final tip. Ready to finish strong? Hack number 11. Score huge savings with repositioning cruises. If you've never heard of repositioning cruises, you're not alone. These hidden gems happen when ships relocate from one region to another, like moving from the Caribbean to Alaska or from Europe to the US. And they offer some of the lowest per-night rates in the entire cruise industry. Because these are one-way trips, cruise lines often price them aggressively to fill cabins. We're talking savings of 50 to 70% compared to regular sailings. And since they tend to be longer, with fewer port stops and more days at sea, they're perfect for travelers who love to truly unwind, soak up ship life, and enjoy uncrowded decks and relaxed vibes. There is a catch: you'll need to book a one-way flight at either the beginning or end of your trip. But if you're a flexible traveler, especially one who enjoys longer vacations and slow travel, the value is unbeatable. Sites like Vacations. To-Go and Cruise Critic often highlight repositioning deals a few months in advance, and frequent cruisers jump on them quickly. For those who enjoy great deals, fewer crowds, and the thrill of sailing from one continent to another, this is a cruise hack worth bookmarking. And with that, you've just unlocked all 15 smart cruise hacks. Ready for a powerful closing to wrap it all up? Final thoughts. Sail smart. Sail empowered. Cruising isn't just about where you're going. It's about how well you move through the experience. Behind every cocktail, every excursion, every stateroom door, there's a system designed to delight you, and sometimes to upsell you. But now, you're not just a passenger. You're informed, equipped, ready. These 15 cruise hacks aren't just clever tricks. They're your toolkit for unlocking smoother sailings, deeper savings, and more meaningful moments at sea. Whether it's scoring a hidden food gem, sleeping like royalty, or catching the sunset without the surcharge, each tip brings you one step closer to cruising with clarity. So, as you prepare for your next voyage, don't just pack your passport. Pack your curiosity, your awareness, and that joyful sense of adventure that sets great travelers apart. And if you found value here today, go ahead. Like this video, share your favorite hack in the comments, and subscribe to Travel Vibes for more insider tips that help you cruise smarter, not just further. Until next time, smooth seas, fair winds, and unforgettable memories.